This morning I am going to take you with me while I do my chores. I'm being quiet because Seth is still asleep. He gets up a few hours after I do, but I am going to show you what I do in the morning before he is up. So come with me. So we have this out here, kind of a deterrent for hawks. It's not protection by any means, but it's a deterrent. The first thing I do is I come over and I let the chickens out. Let's meet the chickens. And I have a mama and a baby who will stay in here today. The baby's too little. And I have these little guys. Come on. Come on out. Come on. This one, I believe, is a boy. His comb is significantly redder than the others. Go on. You don't want to? And there's two more in there. This rough-looking hen. And then I have another mama and baby in here, which as soon as I get everything cleaned up, I will let them out in their space for the day. It looks like I had two hens lay eggs while they were perched and knock this over. So that's not great. But I had the whole coop on rower because there were a lot of babies and younger hens. Now there's only a few, so I'm going to switch everybody to all flock. I also offer up my old egg shells and oyster shells so they can grab that too. Some of the hens just don't, and then they lay soft eggs. What you did not see today was every night I put these in, it's like this military container that is over there on the other side because I don't want rats just coming in and free feeding at night. And then this one, I use the little caps on top to plug up the food. Yeah, I'm sure there's still stuff on the ground, but I also pick up their food probably like an hour or two before they settle down for the night. That way they eat anything, extra that's on the ground. So, works for me. But yeah. Next we are going over to the goats. This is all stuff I have to put away. It's not perfect. So I go to their hay shed trailer thing that Seth built for me. And I grab some hay for them and set it out. It's the first thing. That's Bubby. This is Bluey. He's the boss. Self-proclaimed. So this is Bluey. He wants love all the time. He wants to be the boss. And if I go pet anyone else, He has an issue with it. Good morning, Bobby. Good morning. Bobby's the sweetest. But see, they all move away from him. This is Michael Keaton. He is a terror. This is Bowie. Bobo. Hi. She was the most hesitant to let me pet her or anyone. But she's really come a long way, and we love her. She's a sweetie with a big old belly. Bitsy baby. Bitsy is the most vocal. She is a spoiled little brat. She will cry like she's being murdered just because she wants leaves on a tree over there. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Hi, baby. Just a little baby. And this is Bobby. So over there we have our goose pond. The goats love jumping up and down on this. I 2 to 3 times a week will clean up all the hay out here. I only have one trash can back here right now, which I'll have Seth bring me another one later. So today is not the day. I do change this water every day because the geese love to get in it. And yeah, the only one I don't change every day is their play water. I do that about every 3 days. Usually I leave them locked up until all the water's done because they will attack me if they feel like it. Most of the time they don't, but some days they feel feisty. They also don't like anybody talking. So, yeah, I operate in a lot of silence back here. So while I am not picking up these piles today, I cannot stand just standing there watching the water fill up. So I rake up these little piles in the meantime. So we have a couple of different shade structures out here for the goats. They keep tearing this one down, so I'm not really going to fix that one. They love to jump on it, so it is what it is with that one. And then they have a tarp, and they have a shade cloth. So they will be quiet for a little bit while they eat breakfast, and then right to screaming about how they want out. That is my cue. See ya. So the next thing I'll do is just walk the garden. I mean, I know I checked all of this stuff last night, but for me, I'm like, oh, it all could have drained out last night or something. But, you know, watered what needed to be watered overnight. I feel like it does everything good to have a little water find any of my blushing tomatoes that have decided to blush overnight. I did trim back a bunch of the marigolds. There's my pile I have to get out of here today. I did trim them back yesterday. They were really creeping into everything. I found this weird little cucumber, but these were huge. I trimmed these back quite a bit. And the next project, trim these back so that, the basil could breathe. Next project will be going in here and kind of cleaning out all the dead stuff. There's always something to do. Beans are looking good. They're climbing and flowering. I don't see any blushing tomatoes over there. Those are looking great. My blackberries and my blueberries. Nothing popping off over here. Watermelon's looking good. There's no more new ones that need to be supported that I can see. Usually one will just pop up out of nowhere. But these ones are looking pretty good. There's one right there. Busted. Oh, okay. Where'd that one come from? That's okay, it doesn't need a bag. These ones I knew were here, but those are just the pollinators, which I figure, everyone's like, well, the pollinators aren't as great. So I figure if they're not that great, the chickens can have them. They love watermelon on a hot day. Nothing happening here. This is where I planted my different basils and dill and beans. Nothing sprouting up yet. And no blossom rot tomatoes. And nothing blushing that's standing out. This is my lame bed. Not great. Changing this next year for sure. This is my blossom rot pile. I just hate throwing them out because, they're deceiving. They look so great, and then you go to pick them and boom, blossom rot. See, there's another one with blossom rot. Ugh. Yeah, doing some things different. So, walk the garden, everything looks good. Check that off my list. Just come out and clean up a few things today. There's a couple of these that I always wonder about. That feels good. So, on to the next chore. Out here we have our little bantams. They're way smaller than the ones in the back. Although I'm sure they would do fine with them. There is a couple roosters out here. And so it all started with somebody throwing one of them over our fence with his feet tied, which is Optimus. So Seth made this for Optimus. And then I had a hen, well, a chick, that the other hens were picking on. So I put her out here as a friend to Optimus. So it was just them for a long time. And then there was a woman who had to get rid of a bunch of her hens. So I took her littles. We bought this little hen house and put them out front here. And they have an umbrella for, the hottest part of the day is when the sun's coming over here. So that protects them, and then the tree kind of protects them the other side. And then they have a little misting system for when it's really hot. I don't know if you can see that. And then I put their food in here at night so nothing messes with it. Same thing with Optimus and Amazons. I put the caps in their food at night just so it's not attracting anything. It's not perfect. I know that, whatever is attracting it could eat that too, but I don't know, it just makes me feel better. Probably pointless, but who cares? Makes me happy. So let's get them out. Let's see, I gotta go back out for you guys. Eventually the goal will be to integrate Optimus and Amazon Prime with these littles, but that takes a little bit of time. You can't just throw them together. So you'll see when Optimus and Amazon come out that they're coming over, they're drinking next to each other. Most of the day their food will kind of be over here, they're eating together. It's just, I want them to be okay, rooster wise, rooster to rooster. Yeah, so I'll go grab Amazon and Optimus. Optimus just runs up. But it's not as bad. He used to just run up and just fight them. So I think we're making progress, I hope. Because the goal would be that they're all together. And then I like my birds to free range. So once they're all together, they can free range. There have been a bunch of hawks out here, so I'm kind of glad the littles are in this coop for now, because it's making me nervous. They're juvenile hawks. I don't think they could tear one of these, I don't think they could fly off with one of them, but it does make me nervous. So that's really it for my outside chores for today. Well, not for today, for the morning. Then I go in and, straighten up the kitchen, put stuff away, can catch up on some, probably a half-hour trash TV, if it's a weekend like it is. And then just get on with the day. But that's my morning.